All right. It's that time of the year. Happy New Year's. And this is the time of the year where everyone starts getting motivated, right? Everyone starts to say, you know what? New Year's, new me. New Year's, I'm gonna change myself. All the things that I've been planning on doing, all the different goals that I had, all the different things that I meant to do that I didn't do this year because I didn't get locked in. Surely something will change if I just make a New Year's resolution, right? And here's the thing. There's a reason why I'm playing the soundtrack in the background right now, which is usually played in those TikTok videos where you're doing these alpha male guru mindset coaching stuff, right? But I think that New Year's resolutions genuinely are fucking pointless. Here's why. If you truly wanted something, you wouldn't wait until an arbitrary date comes to announce that you're about to change yourself. Do you know what the month is when the highest earning of gym memberships happens? It's January. There's the meme, right? Every January, the new people show up with newfound motivation. They're gonna lock in. They're gonna finally lose the weight that they've been, meaning to get off. They're gonna finally get the shredded six-pack abs. They're gonna get jacked. They're gonna get fit. They're gonna change their lives. But guess what? Many of those people don't even last 2 fucking weeks. And about 10% maybe, I'm just running out random numbers, maybe some of them will stick around. But the vast majority of people always fall into the same trap of becoming motivated off of a random video they saw, off of some random space they saw. They get motivated, they get hyped up, but then they fail. You know why that is? It's because they have no discipline. Motivation comes by so spontaneously, so quickly, but it also goes just like that. What you need is a fuck you mindset of being able to lock in and grind no matter what, even on the days that you don't want to, until the point that it becomes a part of your life, until a point it becomes your lifestyle. Habits need to form for you to continue doing the things that you may not want to do so. Here's an example. You know why I never make New Year's resolutions? Because again, I think it's so fucking cringe. I know what I have to do to get to the point where I want to be. I literally held down a day job for 3 fucking years, working 9 to 5, and then coming home to make content from 5 to 10, having 2 hours of free time afterwards, and then passing out. Because I wanted to do it, because I wanted to get out of that fucking system of clocking in, clocking out, getting a fucking paycheck. That's pretty comfortable by all means, and I was very fortunate to be in that position, but I knew I wanted something more to it. So I fucking grinded as if my life fucking mattered. Focusing on one single thing, sacrificing everything, focusing on one single thing, and grinding every fucking day, even if you don't see progress, even if you keep failing. Being able to stick through those weak times, right? Being able to stick through those times of weaknesses, those times where you're asking yourself, am I seeing any change? Is what I'm doing even working? Am I wasting my time? All these doubts don't fucking matter. Because if you keep stacking the days and you're consistent at something, you will naturally grow. Doesn't mean that simply showing up will happen to get you progress, but at the very least, you will see yourself in a better position than you are in your current state in the future. And if people can't have this fuck you, Spartan-like mindset, it's so hard to change anything. Because nothing changes if nothing changes. You need to really reflect deep inside and think in your head, what do I want? So many people often just go to parties, and there's nothing wrong with celebrating with your group of friends. You want to go out and have New Year's parties? Do you want to count down and have fireworks, go out? That's perfectly fine. To say that all that shit should be sacrificed. God damn it, there's a doctor calling right now. 1 second while I'm doing this motivational speech. 1 second. God fucking damn it, she can't even speak fucking English. I don't even know what the fuck she's saying. Ruined my entire fucking momentum going into this fucking speech, but maybe that makes the content even better. Now, where was I? I was talking about how people don't even know what they want because how they keep going to distract themselves, and let's say they go on partying and stuff like that, right? No, seriously. There's so many people that genuinely have no clue what they want. They distract themselves instead of bettering themselves by hanging out with a bunch of fucking losers, hanging out with a bunch of people that honestly you shouldn't be around, distracting yourself, consuming recreational drugs, and trying to cope with the reality that they have. But that is literally such a waste of time. So many people are so terrified to be alone that they will be around toxic people to be able to feel some sort of connection. But that's like not doing you any service. I think that like the moment that you lock in alone in solitude, the moment that you are alone and you are in deep within your own thoughts, that's when you realize, who are you? What do you want? That should happen for me too. When I was unemployed, graduated, job hunting, depressed as fuck, alone with my own thoughts, that's when I truly did self-reflection and asked myself, what do I actually want? What do I actually want out of life? And if you can't do this self-reflection, if you can't do this state of like looking deep within and asking what you really want, and all you do is distract yourself, so many years are gonna go past by and you're gonna blink and you might be in your 30s, you might be in your 40s, and you're gonna regret, damn, I could have been something, I could have done something, right? But so many people, again, are just so terrified to be alone with their own thoughts that all they do is distract themselves over and over again with meaningless pursuits of random fucking recreational social events. And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't hang out with your friends. I'm not saying you shouldn't go out partying and to celebrate. I know that there's a lot of people that say like, you need to cut out everyone in your life. You need to abandon your parents. You need to abandon your girlfriend, drop everything, and just lock in so you can get a Bugatti. That's very toxic. But there is some partial truth in it. Being alone is not lonely. Being alone and thriving in solitude, I think, is so important before you're able to actually go out and make meaningful relationships. How many people are constantly stuck in these toxic relationships because they're so terrified of being alone? I've seen so many girls and guys be in abusive relationships because they can't stand being by themselves. But if you could just, for a second, unplug and literally think, do some self-reflection and have an honest conversation about yourself, right? The uncomfortable truth comes out. The things that you don't want to acknowledge, the things that you don't want to say, the position in your life, the fact that you might be behind in different trajectory of different careers. You see your friends and peers and colleagues succeeding and you see yourself falling far and far and behind. Then you try to cope with that fucking miserable existence by drowning out the thoughts of doing meaningless social recreational behavior. That is so fucking stupid. So I ask you this, what is your New Year's resolution? And if the goal is something like going to the gym, becoming healthier, starting a YouTube channel, starting a business, how bad do you actually want it? Because if you want it that fucking bad, you will do whatever it takes to grind and achieve something. But most people, they just kinda want it. Most people, they just half-ass it. Again, it's that whole aspect of how motivation is so fleeting, like a firefly. It shows up and it leaves in a flash. But you need that fucking discipline to grind every fucking day. Every day when I came back from home, from work, doing a 9 to 5, do you think that I was depressed and forced myself to like do content creation? No, actually, because this is something that I actually wanted to do. Grinding outside of the day job actually made me more fulfilled. This was the thing that actually gave me hope, the light at the end of the tunnel. And by doing that every fucking day for 3 years, I don't think I really take any days off, right? And it's not because that's something that I need to do. It's because it's something that I want to do. And once you have a goal that you can work on, a very clear goal, not an abstract goal of, I want to be happy. What the fuck does that mean? Well, maybe being happy means that it's being fit. Something as simple as just going to the fucking gym every day can lead to that progress. And once you're locked in and you actually take those steps forward and you start grinding every day, you will see some results. And when you see tangible results, when you see success in small forms, small little goals, you feel happy. You're like, damn, I did this. Damn, I created this. With my effort alone, I fucking did this. And that feeling gets very addicting. Then you want to do it more and more and more because you want to fucking do it. But to get to that point, it needs to be difficult in the beginning, right? You need to take that uncomfortable step forward. And most people won't do that because they're scared of failure. Most people will never try something new because they think that they're going to be humiliated and they think that they're going to be embarrassed. But guess what? If you don't fail, you can't succeed. How the fuck are you going to succeed immediately right off the bat by doing something new? Some people might because they're just truly talented. But for me, I know how mediocre I am. I know exactly how much I'm lacking. So the least I can do is to literally show up and put in the fucking work ethic and grind myself out of this fucking hellhole that I've been stuck into. Now I feel like I'm in a better position compared to 3 years ago, where right now, if I didn't take those steps, I'd be depressed as fuck, smoking weed every day as soon as I come home from work. Maybe I'm gonna get laid off. Maybe I'm gonna get fired. What's gonna happen with my career trajectory moving forward? I'm so glad at least I fucking made those plays for myself to get those opportunities. And here's another thing. A lot of people will make these excuses in their heads, right? A lot of people will make these excuses about how it's only luck. You got lucky, right? They'll try to justify their inactions by reducing other people's success, by rationalizing in their heads that you got lucky and no one else can do it. Here's the thing. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity. You cannot control opportunity. That's outside of your reach. But what you can do is be prepared so that when opportunity comes knocking on the fucking door, you can execute on that chance. Most people don't even know that an opportunity is around because they're fucking lazy and they don't put the work in. And the people that constantly cope by saying, these goals that I may have, these dreams that I had, it's impossible. It's out of my reach because only lucky people get it. Well, guess what? You're kind of right. You're kind of right that the world is rigged against you. Everything is so fucking difficult. Nothing will be granted to you. But at the very least, it's not 0%. That's the thing about probability. When you're gambling, and you shouldn't be gambling, but the thing about low odds is that it doesn't matter if it's 5%, 1%, 0.1%. All it takes is that one fucking time to hit lucky, and all those L's leading up to that moment will change. But if you give up, if you just say that everything is impossible, and you've already determined for yourself that it's impossible and you won't get lucky, that's a 0% guarantee. Or rather, that's a 100% guarantee that you will never achieve something. Time after time, I see these people, right? I got a bunch of old acquaintances from high school. They're living lives that's not the most admirable. They're stuck working jobs that they fucking hate. And all they do is complain and whine about the status that they're in, but they don't fucking put in the work to get out of it. They expect someone else to save them. They expect the government to change. They expect someone else to get them out of the thing. But here's the thing. And the biggest moment, I think, like the realization, and here's a really fucked up part. The realization that no one will come to save you except yourself is a cathartic moment. And I realized this when I was a child because my parents put me up on a hanging pulley bar when I was a toddler. And they put me up there and I'm holding on. And I'm tiny and I thought if I fall, then I die. And my parents, they did not let me down. They literally had me swinging. They probably thought it was just funny. I'm not gonna die. I'm gonna fall and it's gonna be a little boo-boo on my ass. But in my back of my mind, I was like, this is fucked up. I'm gonna die. Is no one coming to save me? And then I fell. And then I hit my boo-boo and my family was laughing at me because it's like a funny, little joke. It's not that serious. It really isn't that serious. What I'm trying to say is, When you realize that no one will save you except yourself, that's the moment that you start to realize that maybe I should do something for myself. So many people come to me, not just like a YouTube audience, but my like real life contacts, and they ask me, how do you work this fucking hard every day? And I don't think what I'm doing is necessarily that serious. All I'm doing is just watching anime, saying bald when a bald person shows up, making some jokes, reacting to YouTube videos. This isn't hard. It's very simple, right? But you still have to show up every fucking day to do it. You need to put the fucking effort in. And that can only be done if you have something you want, if you've grinded and locked in and it's become like a habit-forming discipline. And at that point, things become very routine. And again, you get addicted to the success. You see the progress, you want to do more for yourself, and it becomes so fulfilling. The path to fulfillment is not about the destination, but rather having a sense of purpose, challenging yourself and having a goal. It can be anything. Do you want to get better at running? Do you want to get better at cooking? Do you want to get better at learning a language or a video game or anything? Apply yourself. Ask yourself, how bad do you fucking want it? And grind and do something. Because if you accomplish these things, no matter how trivial they are, these small little goals, they start to stack on top of each other. They start to stack on top of each other, and it validates you. It makes you think that you can actually do more. And then the confidence becomes real. I truly believe that confidence cannot be faked. It needs to be forged. And by having little goals that you can work towards every single day, and you accomplish that, it makes you feel like you can do more. That's why I believe the gym is so fucking important. To come back from all of this and have New Year's resolutions. If you actually have a New Year's resolutions, I think that it actually should be going to the gym. Why is that? Because the gym is the most fair and equal place in the world. The amount of effort that you put in, you will see the exact results back. If you half-ass it, if you put 50% of the work, why are you surprised that you're seeing 50% of their fucking results back? That's what I mean by the gym is the most fair and equal place in the gym. It's you against yourself. And by applying yourself at the gym, seeing that growth happen, getting you in a physically and a mentally clear state, having all these, good hormones and, these like adrenaline rushes and the dopamine rushing and endorphins pumping throughout your day, you feel like you can do more. You've lost weight, you can lift more, and these little things suddenly start to translate outside the gym and into real life, whether it be business aspirations, relationships, random goals that you have, anything that you want to challenge, right? So do that. Go to the fucking gym. Make a New Year's resolutions. But if that doesn't have discipline, if it's just motivation, you're going to repeat the same thing. And then you're going to say, where did 2025 go? 1 year will pass just like that. And I'm so glad that I put in the fucking work all throughout 2024. It went by so fucking quick. This year is the moment that I also went full-time to quit my fucking job in June, and already 6 months has passed. It went by so fucking fast. But rather than me feeling like, oh my God, what did I do with my time? I'm so proud of what I've accomplished with my community. I'm so proud of what I've created with my community. We're doing better than ever. And I'm so excited to see what I can continue to do in 2025. And I have no New Year's resolution, because my New Year's resolution is my entire lifestyle. It's having that fucking grind, lock-in attitude to approach things that you want to do in this extreme way of habit-forming discipline. And if you do that, you will no longer care about how old you are, about how life is changing, how about another year has passed and you feel like you've stagnated. It's because you don't do anything. You need to fucking put yourself out there and save yourself. Because if no one saves you, other than yourself, no one is coming for you. You gotta make the plays yourself. Opportunities may come and go, but you need to be there, prepared to fucking do it. But I guarantee you, most of you pussies, you're not built for this. A lot of you will say, this is a toxic mindset. I want to just chill. I want to just have a work-life balance. I want to just be comfortable. And guess what? Don't come back to me crying when another year passes and you say, what the fuck did I do with my life? Maybe I'll make a New Year's resolution. What a comforting little lie you tell yourself to justify your inactions. You need to be accountable for your own actions, and if you don't save yourself, nobody will.